Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. At last, COVID restrictions have been eased and we can travel again. Today I'm in a beautiful part of the UK, the county of Devon, and I'm visiting a quirky little tourist attraction. Well, the first thing I must tell you about this fascinating little railway, it does not run from Lynton to Barnstaple or vice versa. It did when the line first opened in 1898, connecting the towns of Lynton and Barnstaple, together with many rural villages and hamlets along its 20-mile route. What we see here at Woody Bay is just the beginning of an exciting project to rebuild one of the most picturesque narrow gauge railways in England. During the First World War, declining tourism, improved roads, increased car ownership depleted the line's income until it was no longer economic. Despite numerous cost-saving measures and extra investment, the Southern Railway Company was unable to reverse the trend and closed the line. Following the closure, much of the track was lifted, locomotives were scrapped, and the carriages were sectioned and used for garden sheds, and the third-class seats became garden benches. Following a 10-year restoration, some of the coaches were returned to Woody Bay to re-enter passenger carrying service in May 2013, after an absence of 78 years. Tickets clipped, and we're away on the 1 mile of restored track to Killington Lane Halt. We are about to experience a taste of what will one day become a narrow gauge treasure, once again travelling by train along the original route, above the delightful Heddon Valley, near Paracombe in Exmoors National Park. As our little train chuffs on its way, we are treated to some breathtaking scenery of lush green fields with sheep grazing unperturbed by the arrival of the train. In no time at all, we arrive at Killington Lane Halt, a stop that was not on the original route. Here's an opportunity to stretch our legs, take in more of those stunning views, while the locomotive changes ends to pull the train back to Woody Bay. So it's all aboard for the return journey. What we are seeing and enjoying today was built from nothing. The Lynton and Barnstable's closure predated all of today's preserved heritage railways. Consequently, this is the longest closed section of railway line anywhere in the world to have ever been reopened solely through the effort of enthusiastic, dedicated volunteers. Back at Woody Bay, we take our seats for our second ride of the day. This time we're travelling first class. This beautifully restored observation car is richly upholstered in red leather and offers much more comfort than the wooden seating of third class. Once again, the trusty little engine comes to the front end of the train to couple up for the ride. With the fireman keeping a close eye on the fire and the steam gauges, there's just time for a quick chat with the driver.
So, how old is this particular locomotive?
It was built in 1915. So this engine is called Axe, and she went out to pull ammunition trains behind the trenches in the First World War. Because of her connection with the First World War, we tend to use her every Remembrance Day when we have a little service on the platform and 50 or 60 people come and have a ride. And one year the Bishop of Exeter came and dedicated the engine as a memorial engine because she served in the First World War to all those railway people of the First World War who lost their lives while serving. She's a very reliable engine. It's our game little plucky engine. It runs very well.
Good. Okay.
And we're away with a somewhat restricted view. Look to one side and the rolling hills and fields are passing by. The sheep are still grazing peacefully. And once again we're pulling into Killington Lane Halt. A locomotive Axe changes ends once more. The view from the observation car now takes on a different perspective. Back in its heyday, passengers were very fortunate as they were able to travel in mainline carriages in miniature. These marvels of Victorian engineering, unique to the Lynton and Barnstaple Railway, were designed to offer visitors the best views of North Devon scenery from a train. For the final time on this visit, the train pulls into Woody Bay.
Well, on this glorious late summer's day, I've had an interesting and enjoyable few hours here at the Lynton and Barnstaple Railway. I've chatted to some of the friendly, enthusiastic volunteers and taken in some of the most beautiful scenery the UK has to offer. If you've enjoyed this video, then please sub the channel. All you have to do is click the button, ding the bell, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Well, that's all for now. So it's goodbye from the glorious county of Devon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.